Ever thought ads work for everyone except for my business? If you've ever thought that before, well, stay tuned, because over the next few minutes, I'm gonna walk you through how a client of ours actually came to us. They were saying, everyone in their industry was saying Facebook ads work. And they were like, you're lying. Except they weren't doing these couple of things. And if we haven't met yet, my name is Victor, your favorite no BS marketing consultant, sharing one tip in every video to get you results before ever having a conversation. So let's jump right in. So we had a client come to us. They were a window cleaning company. They came to us, I would say toward the end of summer, the end of their busy season, transitioning into window lights. So here's what we ended up doing. They were running ads typically in the past, or they worked with other agencies and vendors, and they ran ads to something along the lines of 10% discount for lights or whatever. Here's the problem with that. Most of the people were coming in from a perspective of a transactional lens. I'm getting a discount, that's why I'm going with you. So they were getting a lot of tire kickers, they were getting a lot of people seeking bargains. It's really funny. This process seems so trivial, yet at the same time, it's the most important piece. Where are your customers now and where do they want to be? Typically, talk about the problems that they have. What you've talked to enough of them by now that you understand, you've seen and heard the phrases that they've talked about. I hate putting up my back hurts. I'm scared of falling off the ladder. I have to climb these roofs a certain way. They're too steep, whatever. I'm getting too old to climb up this stuff and do it myself. Whatever those things are. Now we look at the other side as what is it that they want to do? I wish I had the best looking house on the block. My neighbor always has the most fantastic decorations and I want to be part of that too. I want to increase my status in my neighborhood. I want to look like the coolest house on the block. I want to have a winter wonderland. I want to have a place where guests feel excited coming to that house when they come to visit us. We went through this process with them and really dialed in their messaging. Here's why this actually works and why if you're not doing this, you may be missing out and your ads are working the way they should be. So we were able to do this process. Then we implemented what are the different milestones to get there. And this is where we created all of their content from, because then it allowed us to create branches of content. And this gave this client endless cycles of content that they can just reuse and talk about again and again, year after year, as things change. It gave them something to foundationally build on for the rest of their business. Now, with that, it's important to also see, once we do this, where do we place it? How do we get this into ads, and how do we get those ads to get people to reach out to us to buy from us? Well, here's how that works. Now we get to turn this content into conversion content, because now that we have the topics and the things people actually care about, now we get to create content that is going to give people a solution before they even talk to us. Then we give them a way to actually reach out and move forward with us because we've already mapped it all out for them. And we know where we're going to lead people, and that's what most people want in today's world. Once we started running ads for them, here's what they ended up doing. We did this first, and then we targeted 4 main locations around our city. We had 4 main locations. They actually had one like way out here, not down here. So we live in Colorado Springs. They happened to be targeting an area that was Falcon, that was Colorado Springs, that was Monument, and that was way up north, closer to Denver as well. Here's what ended up happening. Because we leveraged this content map, what we found was people in Castle Rock and people in Monument resonated with content that was more around here. People in Falcon and people in these areas in East Colorado Springs, for example, actually resonated with more of this content. And what we found was we started to geo-target these people with the specific content that was resonating with them more and more. We did this by just simply launching them and testing them in those different areas. That led to more conversations, faster conversions, and they got a 3x ROI from that entire campaign over that season. And then we showed them how to implement it in just 2 hours a week. And if you want the playbook that we followed for them, tap below or just reach out and drop the word playbook, because I'll send over this playbook that I have scrolling here so that you can go ahead and follow the process too. It has the overview of what we go through. It has the scripts for those different content pieces, how to turn them into conversion content, even how to launch the ads themselves. And if you ever want help, tap below, schedule a call, and we'll go through that with you. So until next time, this piece is the most important piece. The messaging piece is what's important to actually making ads work. And once you can do that, you will see your ads start to increase and give you return more than you ever have in the past. And if you want that playbook, drop the word playbook below and I'll send it over, no questions asked. Until then, I'm Victor, and I'll see you next time.